Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome to another show of your daily program, Achievements. Of course, I'm your host, Fatma Hadri, and this evening I'm joined by my colleague, Abdul Latif. Good evening, Abdul Latif.
Good evening, Fatma. And as my colleague said, we're going to be your host through this episode, so stay tuned.
A successful identity is built on things a person has done. Your most important accomplishments are a very important way for you to measure your success. Colleagues, competitors, and the general public can look at a person's achievements to figure out how successful they are. Most of the time, putting in a lot of work pays off. Most people think a successful life is one of a lot of things to be proud of. When you finish a task, you win over problems or other people. Achieve means to work together to reach a hard and challenging goal. Everyone should be ready to help out and work together if they need to. There are many ways to reach your goal, but in the end, it's up to you to decide how it will pay out in your life. In their careers, some people want to get rich and will be well known. Some people think that even small victories are reasons to have a party. We're all different, so we all have our own thoughts on everything. In the end, though, everyone wants to be happy, and everything you do in life will help you to get closer to that ultimate goal.
Welcome back, our viewers. Tonight we're having with us a coach, but not like any other coach. He's been a mixed martial arts champion in Kuwait and in the Middle East. He took coaching to a whole new level when he started and kept going ever since. Please welcome with us the Kuwaiti champion, lifestyle and fitness coach, Mr. Badr Al-Duwaisan. Welcome, Mr. Badr, and thank you for being here with us at the show.
Thank you so much for having me, really.
It's our pleasure to have you here in Achievements.
The pleasure is mine, really. And I heard about your show, so I'm so excited to talk about it.
Of course, and we're very excited to learn more about your achievements and, of course, what you do when it comes to martial arts. Of course, you have a lot of different tips, and we have a lot of different questions for our dear viewers, so they can learn more about it.
Well, I'll be happy.
And of course, since you are like a school and a lifestyle coach, as we just said, we wanted to talk about your early steps and this passion and how did you start?
Well, I started when I was 10 years old by watching Bruce Lee back in the days. And I was trying to be like this person. So I participated in one of the clubs in Kuwait, which is Qadsiya Club. This is my first place that I went to. And I started doing Shotokan, which is the first martial arts I did. It's Shotokan by Coach Ali Hamiya. This guy who taught me a lot of things and a lot of good things that what made me who I am right now. So after that, I was like one of the first people who participate in the Kuwait international team. I was the first Kuwaiti international team in Kuwait, and starting doing championships the name of Kuwait. I was the first one with like a bunch of group. That was in 86. Never better been on, right?
I know, not yet.
So yeah, we from that time we started doing after the Karate Federation start appearing and it's been active. So all the tournaments are Kuwait tournaments and Kuwait championships starting since 86. So I was a champion since that time until 93 before I went to the States to go finish my school. So yeah, this period, it was the best period ever. It made me like a person with a lot of passion to sports and martial arts.
Of course, and when it comes to the championships you just mentioned, what are the types of championships that you participated in so far?
As I said at the beginning, I used to do Shotokan, which is one of the martial arts kinds.
Does it focus more on the defense or on the attack? What does it focus
if anybody and any instructor, the right instructors, if you ask this right instructor and tell them what's karate means, it means the empty hand. And the hand without weapon.
Yes.
And martial arts, it's built on defense. You don't attack people.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you just defend yourself.
Yes.
So tournaments, it's all about, of course, like fights, but in a way which is you wouldn't like hurt yourself. But back in the days, before even karate went through the Olympic, it was so hard, and everything's like built on knockout. But now after they involve it in the Olympic, now it become more, a lot of rules in it, and it's all control and touch, and so it's become more safe. Yeah, but I went through really a lot of tournaments back in the days: Kuwait Championship, Gulf Championship, Asia World Championship. Back in the days in the States, I participated in many championships in the States. So it made me think about what's next for me as a Shotokan instructor, and I started teaching that style when I was like 18 years old. I was like the youngest instructor in Kuwait. So from that time, it made me have this passion aside of my school to learn how to teach.
And of course, since you started at a young age, do you advise us also to do this to our younger siblings, to let them join at the karate schools at a young age?
Well, for me, what I do right now is like I try to encourage all the kids to learn martial arts and teach them more about how you can control yourself also. Exactly, and how to have confidence. This is so important for the kids, and for example, say I don't want to just focus more on martial arts. Even all kind of sports. If you teach your kids nowadays any kind of sports, it will change the way they think. This is what you need. You need a healthy kid. So when he grows up, he will be really a healthy person, away from a lot of stuff that we do right now, the all wrong stuff that they do with the kids.
Of course, I think usually kids, they have a lot of energy and a lot of free time. So it's very important to let them invest in sports and something that is energetic, that they can exchange their energy. They can put all their energy in, whether it is martial arts, sports, and even gain like new friendships in meaningful ways. There is a strong connections with people, especially with the younger siblings and family members. When they join a team, they have this amazing connection with their teammates, and it really builds their social life.
Totally right. And like I told you at the beginning, they build their own confidence, because now with all this electronic things that they're using, iPads, phones, and all this things that makes them sit down and do nothing and be in front of the monitor the whole day.
Yes.
That's what you build, really like a kid, which is this kid would be feeling a lot of stuff, and he cannot even go mingle with other kids. So sports is so important. Any kind of sport. We don't want to focus on only martial arts. Any kind of sports, kids need to get out and do something outside, better than sitting home and doing nothing.
Of course.
And also, I wanted to ask you about, when was your first coaching class?
Like I told you, I was 18 years old. My instructor, Mr. Ali Hamiya, hopefully I can see him again. He's not now. He's not here in the States. He came to me and told me, I can see in you like an instructor.
You have the instructor quality.
Yes, exactly. Because this is what he saw in me. So he told me, why don't you just go teach the beginners teach them the basics. So I want them to take some of your experience. So yeah, from that time he built in me this kind of passion to teach, because there's a very important point. Anybody can go through any courses online and can get certificates
for coaching and training.
Anybody can do this, but does he have the talent to teach? This is a very different field. This is a very different world. Teaching is different. Like teachers at school, teachers at universities. This kind of talent, if you don't have it, even if you have all the certificates on the world, you're no good.
And Can you tell us about who's your favorite kind of trainee?
I see what I do right now. I do because I do PTs and fitness, but martial arts is like it's my life. I shifted from Shotokan to Jiu-Jitsu Aikido, then from Jiu-Jitsu Aikido to kickboxing, to then I made my own style, which is what they call it right now, the slang they call it street fighting, which is I teach you how to defend yourself in the street. So and now I don't teach my students to do tournaments. No, I teach them to defend themselves in the streets and to build their confidence, girls and boys.
Of course, I think that's very important to actually have confidence when it comes to defending yourself, because sometimes even if you know all the moves, in the situation you can get frightened and you can forget the moves, or you're not sure of yourself. So to actually have this kind of confidence in yourself that you can defend yourself, you have the strength to do so, is very important, because in the real life situations, it can be very terrifying.
You're totally right, because like I told you, it's all depends on the instructor. If you know how to deliver the information to the kid and whoever in front of you, kids, adults, if you know how to deliver the information in the right way and you monitor them in the right way, believe me, you will build anything you want in them. Because as you said, and you're totally right about that, sometimes people, they learn a lot of stuff, they have a lot of knowledge, but there is no confidence inside them. So that's why they cannot do anything in real life.
Yes, that is true. And of course, we talked about it earlier. You said your favorite fighter was Bruce Lee, was one of the reasons why you joined martial arts. So is there another fighter that you admire, that you learned some of the moves from?
Well, yeah, because one of the people I admire the most is like my instructor, Coach Ali Hamia. And we all like look up for him because he was like the master himself. But back in the days, Kung Fu, it's Bruce Lee. Karate, it's totally something different. Kung Fu is Chinese, Karate is Japanese, so it's a different total style. Like Taekwondo from Korea, yeah, all different schools. But at the end, now what we're doing now, we're combining everything together. Like the thing you see nowadays, the UFC, the mixed martial arts, which is the MMA, you see tournaments they do. Yeah, this is the mixed martial arts. You can, every single person who like participate in this kind of tournaments, they are like good and like.
And most of them,
yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Of course.
So they have to teach you how to fight in the top, and they teach you how to be on the ground. So that's why they call it.
You have to master basically all the schools.
That's why they call it mixed martial arts.
Yes, and it can be actually very dangerous. I watched some of the fights.
Oh, yeah.
It can be very aggressive.
The real deal, this kind of stuff.
Yes.
I don't want to be like talking about the WWF and this wrestling thingy, which is the thing you act. If you really need to see the real action, the UFC.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
And of course, Badr, we wanted to ask you about your favorite time to do what you love, your hobby.
There is no good time, because every time is a good time. Sometimes, at home, because my gym, we will talk about this later, my gym is at home. So whenever I feel like feeling down or like not feeling well that day, see, everybody have like ups and downs.
Ups and downs, of
yeah.
course.
So I will go downstairs, get in the gym, do some punching with a punching bag, and I will release all my stress out of me. People need to understand that sports, it's not about losing weights or having six packs or having a big triceps or biceps. No. It's all about relieving the stress inside you, and makes you calm, and get you away from trouble. You always like see the like real sport people. They're so humble. They don't like to fight with anybody. They're so calm. They're like a very peaceful person.
Like when we see on the movies, when the good guy in Kung Fu, who is the best, every time he's the calm person who don't want to get into fights.
Exactly.
Until he do his moves.
I'm sorry to cut you, but it's like he won't do anything until like zero point, like until they actually like lay a hand on him. But otherwise, he won't do any action without somebody like attacking first. That's why I'm telling you, it's defense. So whenever they attack him, he will start defending himself, and then he will just fight back.
And we wanted to ask you about what did better coach achieve yet?
Well, that's a good question. It's like your episode like it's going to be long, so
no, take your time, of course.
Yeah, you have to take your time.
Well, now I took teaching in another level, which is now I'm coaching in rehabilitation. If your muscles like weak, or you like just finished from like a surgery, or you have like some kind of injury from anything, from soccer, basketball, any kind of injury, after you finish from physiotherapy, you will come to me. I will rebuild your muscles again. So this is one of the courses I took, rehabilitation. So I will like rebuild your muscles back again, which is not as a bodybuilder, no, strength-wise. I will put you strength-wise again, and also I took a lot of courses. I know this kind of stuff because all my life I've been teaching kids, but also I teach adults. But most of the time I love teaching kids because I know how to get to their heads and let them love what I do. So I tried to do more monitor on the kids more than adults, because these are the future.
The next generation, of course.
Exactly. When you build the young ones, you will have a better future. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm concentrating on the kids more than adults. But the adults who comes to me, and they just need to lose weight, put more strength, and learn how to fight and how to defend themselves. But what I'm trying to achieve now is like to deal with the kids who have like an early autism, the kids who been bullied at school. So I'm seeing a lot of doctors, I'm seeing a lot of experts about that, so I will learn more about that.
Of course, I think it's always important to keep on progressing with new information and new programs, especially you're already a martial arts and you teach a lot of people and you have a lot of certificates, you learned a lot, you have a lot of life experience, and you still keep on pushing for new information. And of course, we have a lot of more questions for you, but we will take a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, stay back with more information. Stay tuned.
If you have an interest in physical activity and get fulfillment from assisting other people in achieving their individual objectives, becoming a personal trainer can be an excellent career choice for you. Badr Lidwaysan, someone who has competed at the national level for Kuwait, currently works as a personal trainer and has an interest in both athletics and nutrition. Lidwaysan encountered some difficulties that trainers can encounter if they are not advised of how to handle them in advance, but he was successful in overcoming all of them. As a result of his success in martial arts, Lidwaysan was invited to become a master instructor in the field of martial arts.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Of course, nowadays we see a lot of trainers and coaches, and we'd like to know, of course, from your experience, how do we know which one is the good one, who is going to understand our needs, who is going to teach us? Because a lot of coaches and instructors, usually, as you mentioned, they have the certificate, but they don't have the ability to teach and convey all that the information that we need.
It's a huge thing. I always like to talk about this. The thing is, all about questions whenever you ask your instructor and how he will like respond to you. In here you will understand if this instructor know what he's saying or know what he's doing. Because see, my personal thing, I don't like to do anything online, which is why they asked me to do like training online back in Corona time. So my reply to them, this is not the right way to teach anybody, because for me, I have to monitor the person I'm teaching. This person have to be in front of me, because what if I will give you like a kind of workout and you will do it in the wrong way? Because each angle in your workout, if it's like a different angle from what I want you to do, it will either give you an injury, or it will be in a different muscle.
Different results.
Different results.
Like the elbows when you want to train for chest exercise.
The thing is, yeah. The thing is, when, like for example, when I like ask somebody just do squat in front of me, if you're not doing it right way, straight away you will have knee injuries. So that's why, for me, it's like being and interact with your students face to face, much better, because you want to see this person. The way they do the move in front of you, so you will like understand this person, and you have to also ask this person, does this hurt, and or do you feel this in this muscle? Because if he doesn't feel it from the muscle that you want him to feel it, it's wrong. Or maybe this kind of workout doesn't apply to him, so you have to change it. So as an instructor, you have to have a lot of alternatives. If this kind of workout doesn't apply to you, you have to change it until you reach the right one, so you can like this person can gain out of it something good.
Of course, I think that's very important, because sometimes it can be very hard, as you mentioned, when it comes to the pandemic. You couldn't do it via Zoom. I think a lot of people really struggled with their workouts because of that, and a lot of people really got injured because they weren't doing the proper workout or in the right position, of course.
And as I'm sorry to cut you, but like for example, if you have like say 50 people, and you kind of you do some kind of workout that's so intensive, like I don't want to mention which kind of workout, but you cannot monitor 50 people at the same time, especially an intensive workout. So because I don't think you can monitor more than 4 or 5 people, because definitely somebody's going to be injured. One of my good friends and also my students is a sport doctor, and he always like tell me, Badr, I always have athletic comes to me with a knee injury or a back injury because they're instructors. So that's the thing. It's not about the money. It's not about making money. It's about delivering the right information to the person in front of you, and also you have to take care of the person in front of you. Because at the end, if this person gets injured, believe me, he will hold it as a grudge all his life, and maybe he will like hate sports and he won't do it again.
Because it's his responsibilities for the coach.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, a lot of these coaches they don't care about how their trainees are doing. They only care about, okay, just do these exercises, and they don't care about how do they do it, in a good way or a bad way.
With all the respect to all the instructors, it's like I told you. When you look at it as like for the money, believe me, I can teach 100 people in the same time, but are they are like all the hundreds like they're gonna like take the information, and the information is gonna deliver for them in the right way? It's impossible.
Of course, I think usually even in classes when you teach, it's better to have smaller numbers so you can know your students, what they're struggling with, help them with that.
For me, it's like 7, 10, it's fine, because I can monitor like these people. And even though it's like so hard, but still, but more than this, no, you cannot.
Of course, I think that's very important for everyone who is watching right now, especially who are joining in classes with heavy workouts, to actually focus on this point, especially if they're getting injured a lot. And of course, Badr, we'll have a question for you when it comes to your biggest fan, your biggest supporter. Who would you say that is?
My family. Mom. Mom is my biggest fan, and she always encouraged me and tell me like, yeah, keep doing this.
Keep going, you got this.
Grow bigger.
Yes.
And also my students, they're like also my biggest fan. Like my students, like when I like now I'm doing like a new gym. Alhamdulillah, I finished it, and they still like they kept nagging on me whole Ramadan. We want to come and work out. I told them just wait until I finish the gym. So this is like for me, it's like something so good because they want more from my knowledge.
Of course, it can be so satisfying to know that your students really appreciate all the hard work that you put, especially with your workouts and all the things that you learned so far, your certificates. I'm sure that wasn't easy to do.
Well, no, it takes, like I told you, I'm still a person who crave for knowledge, because every single day something new comes up. With all the instructors, my mentors, the instructors that I like contact with from in the States and Europe, every month they send me emails and they show me what's new, what's next, and what there is this, because there is kind of a workout they just remove it because it causes injuries. So I'm updated with them the whole time.
I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Yes. So we wanted also to ask you. Now we know that you have the support of your mom and your members at the gym, but how is the support from the people around you, like the other members of the family and your friends? Are they supportive since you had your gym at the basement also?
Well, I'm trying to do my best to encourage them to do sports, and I always like tell, because whenever you ask them, why don't you do sport? Get up and do something in your life, because you know, God forbid, life it's like in Allah's hand. And nobody knows when you're gonna face Allah, like one of the days. But still, you need to work out. You need to keep yourself healthy. That's why I'm encouraging my friends. But still, like they cheer me up. They encourage me. But inshallah, they will follow me.
Inshallah. And of course, you just said that you build your own gym.
Yes.
That's really interesting because I wanted to subscribe at it.
Well,
seriously. Because at these days I'm looking for a new gym, and I already know you, Badr, and I followed you on your Instagram, and you did some courses for me at coaching, and I just want to say that you are one of the best.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. So you just finished Ramadan?
Yes, I finished the new gym. Maybe you saw in the monitor, and it's going to be open for not the public, for the people I know, because if I open it for the public, I won't have time to eat.
It's really good. Yeah.
Well, dear viewers, we have reached the end of our program achievements. Of course, Abdul Latif, this was a very productive episode, and hope to see you again in another episode. Good night for now.
Goodbye.